Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I feel like this week's going by so fast. Loaded college basketball slate yesterday. The Dion and JK duo are back. The vibes are back where they need to be, man. Chat's already popping. We had just an insane day in terms of sleepers teams yesterday. The Purdue game, the Illinois game, the BYU bounce back. Just a big day for sleepers and college basketball in general. Dion, how we living?
Good. I see the chat's popping. I told everybody in the Discord last night we would do a mini Purdue recap on here. I'm gonna hold myself accountable to that. Yeah. I mean, pretty much simple as that. What beer can is everybody talking about?
Beer can. Wait, yeah. I need to see the beer can vibes. What? Oh yeah. Okay, I saw that on Twitter this morning. So basically, like there was supposedly like wet spots on the floor where guys were slipping and stuff, and there's a video on Twitter of a beer can being thrown onto the court where the Nebraska guy slipped, and it's pretty damning. I can't lie. Like it's pretty. Also, though, like you kind of. I would feel like Nebraska would be able to play through beer spills. It's a big beer state. Can't lie.
Oh, like the beer can. I know. Okay, Pickle Rick tagged me in it. You talking about like when Buddy slipped at the end, Pickle Rick?
Yeah, it's going viral, semi-viral on Twitter. It definitely looks pretty damning. I mean, it's pretty. At first, I thought it was like a fan theory or something, but then when you watch the video, you're like, oh wait, hold up.
Nah, they definitely, yeah, he definitely,
he definitely did.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Like sabotaging your own squad is nuts. Assuming it was a Nebraska fan. I mean, I would imagine.
I think he was. I agree with Pickle Rick. I think he was throwing it at the Purdue players. I think.
But see, like you got to know your place, man. You got to wait till the game's over. You're gonna throw it at the
Post that tweet video in the Discord, please. Never saw it. It's in there, Blake.
It's
Purdue Fox posted it yesterday.
What is the obsession with throwing drinks at players? By the way, like I don't understand, like why.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This is a pretty good throw.
Got a good arm.
Yeah, that's a pretty good throw.
Pretty accurate, to be honest. Yeah,
I don't know what his intentions were, but that's a pretty good throw.
I don't know. That's the type of thing I think about though, where I'm like, what has to be going through your head to actually chuck a beer at a college player? Like that's just crazy to me. I feel like you have to have some issues to throw your beer at a player like that.
What is the JK Pats gear again, Pickle Rick? I know we discussed it at length yesterday. What do you guys make of Purdue? Guy on the right is yapping. What do you guys make of Purdue here for the Braden tour day, by the way? I felt like Braden was fine last night. To be honest with you, I rewatched. I've been up for like 3 hours. I rewatched the game this morning. You didn't wear Pat's gear.
First off, I didn't say I was going to. You said I needed to. Second off, what was I supposed to do, man? Seth Trimble hit a game winner on Duke. Of course, I had to rep some UNC gear. That's kind of a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, I don't think 5 of 15. I don't think 5 of 15 is that bad a deal. Like, it's not great, but like if that's your bad game, it is what it is. Fletch 5 of 20 is crazier. But I rewatched the game this morning. I know in the Discord we spoke yesterday, like about like basically Purdue recap on here. I told y'all I might be solo. We need the comment section to be poppy. Y'all are, so I appreciate it. I think Purdue's really unathletic. It's just really, really unathletic. And like we kind of talked about it in the Discord yesterday too. For like, if you're not in the Discord, join it. I've amped up my activity every time Greg leaves. I amp up my activity. I try to help out, try to be present. But I've really only been in the Purdue channel, to be honest. Really unathletic team. Whenever you get them in pick and roll, you can get whatever you want against Purdue, and that's essentially what Nebraska did. I thought Nebraska played like the most bizarre style of play in the first half you possibly could, and maybe even like the first 4 minutes of the second half. And then I think they realized just get into pick and roll. Purdue kind of switches everything, but they also switch everything. I agree with that, walrus noises, but they switch everything in a manner like without athletes. And it just doesn't make it like it leaves so many people on islands that don't need to be on islands. Like I felt like Braden got left on Sanford a little much. I thought Hoiberg got whatever. Honestly, Casey Jacobs didn't even go whatever he wanted. Mast got whatever he wanted. Yeah, Connor, they did have success when you guys went small, but like I think a large portion of that is defense was great. I think the defense was great, but I think Nebraska also allowed the defense to be great in areas. I mean, once they realized like there's a moment where Hoiberg just attacks Fletch, and it's like, okay, he realized he can just get by Fletch whenever he wants. And I just think it took Nebraska too long to realize like, hey, we have the athletes. And we can just get by these guys whenever we want to. And that is a problem Purdue has. But also, I don't think it's a coincidence that it happened later in the game, too. Pickle Rick just mentioned Clough being gassed. I think Purdue has to spend so much energy on both ends of the court that I think they wear down a lot towards the end of games, too.
Counterpoint to the free throws, neither team could hit a free throw. Nebraska shot 13 to 20. Purdue shot 11 to 20. But that being said,
but to be fair though, Purdue missed 4 in the final 45 seconds.
No, that's true. And that's like 11 to 16 versus 13 to 20. That's like around the same percentage. I mean, at the end of the day, the counter to that would be like, 24 points in the first half by Nebraska was insane. Well, no, that speaks to what you're talking to.
It's not even the percentage Purdue would have shot. It's that Nebraska just like Purdue had. I think didn't CJ miss 2 or was it Jakari that missed 2 that literally just end the game? Braden missed an and 1, or Braden missed the front end of a 1-and-1, and then Fletch split 2. Like Nebraska just doesn't even have a chance to be in overtime if Purdue just makes like any.
No, I get that 100%. I guess my point is, if you're going to make that argument, then you also have to say if Nebraska doesn't like put up a generational stinker in the first half, then it's also. Yeah. I don't know, but at the same time, a lot of that goes to Purdue, and I agreed with Greg on the preview. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I bet Purdue money line last night. This just seemed like a spot that they knew they needed to win. Like, they could not lose this game. This was a huge game for them. Obviously, they still could have lost it, made the tournament, whatever. But this was like a big morale boost game. And I didn't think they were going to win it the way they won it, but they found a way. I mean, that was kind of like, that was a big win after like the ups and downs, especially the weird Oregon game. Go into Lincoln. The 33 rebounds from your 2 bigs is nuts. Like that's pretty insane. I can't lie. I don't know. I mean, I know up 14 with 2, they choked and it went to overtime and all that, whatever. But like at the end of the day, they still ended up winning on the road against a really good team that is. However you feel about Nebraska, whether you think they're top 10, top 15, they're a ranked opponent. Like they're a top 15, top 10 team, no matter how you look at it. that's just the fact that they were able to kind of like put up horrible shooting numbers and still win that game. That's what impressed me the most, because I thought they were going to be a team that could not win unless they just outscored people and shot the ball well. They only scored 80 points through a whole game in overtime, did not shoot good splits. Like, I thought it was a pretty impressive Purdue win, to be honest with you. Like, I came away like, all right, well, they can win a game this way. Like, I don't know. I mean, yes, they had their blunders at the end, but am I crazy for thinking that?
My honest opinion on it, and I want everybody in the comments, like, opinion on my opinion. I guess you could say, call me crazy, stupid, whatever you want. I think it's an impressive victory because of what Purdue's become over the last few weeks. I don't think if you told me, even if you told me Nebraska had the success that they had, right, and they're number 7 going into this game months ago, the expectations I had of Purdue in October, November, December wouldn't have lended me to believe like, well, they just beat Sanford, Mast, and Hoiberg on the road by 3 in overtime, and I would leave like super, super impressed with that. But because of what they've become over the last few weeks, you know, with the Oregon game and then the 3-game losing streak, even like the win against USC, like being like a close one. It's a really impressive victory. It shows that they do have another level that they can get to. I just believe the level that they showed in this game was something I expected a while ago, and it just took a little while to get here. That's why I leave it. Yes, I leave it impressed. Yeah, that TKR video is pretty damning too, to be honest with you. Yeah, I leave it impressed, but I leave it impressed because of where the team is at. If Michigan did the same thing or Arizona did the same thing, I would be sitting here like, yeah, whatever.
100%. That's literally like, that's exactly. It's because the spot they're in. Like you said, if you in October, November, I would have been like, oh yeah, Purdue's winning that game by 20. Like, they're going to smoke them. And then now I just like, it was the game that I felt like I'd seen them lose already this year, like the way the last 2.5 minutes went, and it was just, I mean, Akil, like, I understand what you're saying about like 14-point lead with 2 left that ends up in overtime. It's not impressive at all, but it's the spot that they were in. Like, it was a must win. Like, they had lost 3 in a row, then they blew out a bad Maryland team, then they almost lost to Oregon at home. Like, they needed a win, a morale boosting win. And yes, they did blow a big lead, but like, that's a morale boosting win. Like, it just is. It's a win that, you know, you have to get. I mean, there's no other way around it. Like, if Purdue, where does Purdue even end up or go if they lose that game? Because, I mean, then you're looking at, if you lose to Nebraska, you have to go to Iowa, and then you get the Michigan at home and the Michigan State at home. You get Indiana in between there. Like, that's a game. Like, if you lose that game, like, we're talking some serious stuff. Like you could potentially lose that Nebraska game. You could lose to Michigan and Michigan State. You could be looking at losing 3 out of 5. Like, that's why it was such a big win to me, Akil.
Yeah.
Plus, Lincoln is a tough place to play. I have to add that in there too.
I shared the TKR video on the Purdue channel, and I tweeted it. I think it's a reach, but I get like we're looking for anything that could have possibly happened. The beer thing makes a lot more sense to me. But also, to be fair with the beer thing, I feel like you would have known that the floor was slippery and cleaned it because the beer can fell on there if it really like exploded. I think the TK thing is a really big reach. What I think is likely is like it was just an oversight, man. Like, somebody slipped. It is what it is. Somebody slipped. It is what it is. It sucks that the game ended that way, but didn't ranked Mass also miss a free throw at the end of the game to go up 69-68? Like there's moments here where like everybody had opportunities to win this game, and the slip wasn't really what happened here. If Nebraska just played pick and roll like from the jump, they have a better chance of winning this game. And if they just put if you just put TK and Clough in ball screen actions, like you probably win this game from the jump, right? Braden on the weak side with TK and Clough in ball screen actions with Fletch as the person guarding the ball, like that's rough, man. Like I'm not gonna lie, like everything about that is rough. So I get like where the focus is gonna be on the floor and how like whether it was clean or it wasn't clean. Did TK do it? Was it a beer? I think Nebraska just like. Yeah, agree, log deck. It doesn't even show anything. Like, I just think it is what it is. Nebraska just lost this game. I thought Purdue played well. Like I said, I leave it impressed. It shows they have another gear to go to, but ultimately Nebraska just lost the game. It had nothing to do with the slipping.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Fred Hoiberg said it in his presser. I mean, he was like, you can say what you want about overtime period, the second half, whatever. Like we told our guys, we lost that game in the first 4 minutes. And I mean, that's really what it comes down to. They lost the game because they dug such a big hole that like you come back and the basketball gods punish you. That's what happens. That's just what happens. Rick said, JK, when you get a chance, can we do guesses on Purdue, Nebraska recap? We can do that now since we're talking about Purdue. I'm going to say that this recap is going to be 1 hour and 26 minutes.
You already have it?
I do not. That's my guess.
Okay.
But if I do get it, I want everyone to lock in their guesses now so I can do a little quick reveal when I do get it. Now, I would imagine I'd probably get it right around the time we're wrapping up. So
I'm going to guess like 1:07.
Yeah. Could see that. Ooh, Hyena, 1 hour and 35. Rick, 1 hour and 22. We got some. It's going to be 1 hour 24 from Isaac Keeling. I also think the Illinois one's going to be really long too. Can't lie, because the 6-man rotation. Oh
yeah, I think Illinois is probably going to end up being a little longer.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. There's also a lot of really good post-game quotes that shorts are being done on that's just, I just love when all like the big sleepers teams play, because Logged had 3 hours and 13 minutes. That's insane.
Someone showed me the video of Trey dumping water, anything to cope. I tweeted it and I don't know how to put it in here. But if somebody wants to like share the video with him.
Dude, I wish we could do like a live bet. People put in their bets for which one's going to be longer, Purdue or Illinois. God, that'd be so fun.
Last in the Big Ten would be the best team to watch if your team wasn't involved. Oh, last night. Yeah. Agreed. There's no video of Trey dumping water. Yeah, there's not. Nebraska got poor shooting night from Purdue and lost. I'm out on Nebraska now. Nebraska out physical by a softer team. Listen, man, like Nebraska's not a contender. I think they're a good team that's having a fun year. And I think just enjoy Nebraska for what they are. Contenders, should not handily beat Nebraska, but they should do what Purdue did to Nebraska last night, where you're able to beat them while you have a bad game. Seth said, what's up, Dion? What's your thoughts on Iowa State? Oh, man.
Last night was rough.
Yeah, I live bet Iowa State money line. I don't remember what the score was, but it was at the peak of them being down in the second half. I can't remember what it was though. I think Iowa State could use another ball handler, if I'm being honest, Seth. I think they struggle to get easy looks at time. And I think TCU kind of just like out hustled them. It was bizarre. I mean, it was what, 55, 51. I got that. I'm at 41, 48. Appreciate that, Joel. I think it was like 55-41 with like a minute left, and they had the ball. I don't really fully understand what happened there, to be honest with you. It just felt like it was just turnover after turnover. They couldn't get easy looks. Yeah, I mean, it was just a rough spot for them, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I still believe in Iowa State, though.
Yeah. My only problem with Iowa State is like when you look at their like that loss yesterday, they're so and I mean, don't like Momcilovic is very good, but they're so reliant on him to like live up to these 54, 51 splits. And that's just a lot of an ask for a college player, honestly. Like that's insane splits. But he is a bucket. So I mean, I guess I don't know. I can't believe they only scored 55 points against TCU. It's just nuts.
It was nuts.
But I will say TCU is like the weirdest, like not great team. They've literally been in wars with like every elite team this year. Like they beat Florida. They had the insanely close game with Michigan. They beat Iowa State. Like they've honestly been so competitive against good teams this year. It's absolutely nuts.
Cleaners wipe after every timeout. Have you been to a CVV game? You know what's interesting? They should have wiped the area anyway because Purdue was standing on it. So I don't know what happened there. Like they eat, beer can, no beer can, TKR, no TKR. Because Purdue was standing there, you would assume that they would wipe that area just to keep it clean because that's like where the people were. No one was on the other side of the court. So the fact that didn't happen is bizarre. None of it makes sense.
Good. I like this take from Hyena. TCU equals Wisconsin. Yes, because they lose to teams that they should beat, and anytime they play really good teams, they play way up to the competition level. Like it's wild. It's honestly perplexing. I don't understand. Is that a vodka soda? No, but I can't say what it is because we have obligations on the Sleepers channel. Also, I meant to ask this when we first got on, Dion. What were you snacking on, man?
I had some Famous Amos cookies.
Oh, elite snack. Haven't had a Famous Amos in a long time.
Isaac Keeling said that Purdue first half looked like a Final Four team. Do you agree? Based on the matchup, yes. Based on the matchup, yes.
Yeah, 40-24 against the team as good as Nebraska on the road is an absurd first half. I can't lie.
I think Purdue's really, really good against unathletic teams.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This man, Principia, you know the video of my boy Mark Phillips from RDC World where he does the instigator on Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's Principia every day. He hops in this chat.
Principia, are you an Indiana fan, bro?
I'm pretty sure he is. Tears of happiness because Indiana won a natty and beat Matt Painter's fraud team, but he didn't say Matt Painter. Why Hubert didn't do no high-low with their bigs. UNC guards are bad. So 2 things about the UNC game. 1, if there's one thing you should know about UNC, it's that under Hubert Davis, anytime they beat Duke, the next game, automatic disaster. They beat Duke like 2 years ago and got like 20 balled by Clemson at home. Second off, that game was cooked when Hubert, for no reason, decided to sub in Zayden High at the 17-minute mark and allowed Miami to go up 10 in like a 3-minute stretch. From there, that's just what happens. I mean, that was literally like the easiest Miami bet spot ever. Like a Miami team that's not bad at home against UNC coming off the Duke win. Like, just absolutely, that's just the easiest UNC letdown spot of all time. Also, Akil, it's not even another coffee. It's just another caffeinated beverage. I can't be promoting another caffeinated beverage.
Can someone post the video to the chat? I just can't do it because I have the video on my phone.
I wonder if you can do that. Oh, Akil said Iowa Boiler joined Discord first month on me. Look at the camaraderie in the sleepers community.
And he said, "Glad you're an IU fan, then Principia. Keep your hate on." Oh, we can't drop links here. I guess you gotta join the Discord then.
Wait, it won't let us. Only mods can. Can we mod people?
No,
If we could mod people, that'd be
absolutely not. And we won't be modding anybody. No.
Oh, dude, it'd be hilarious.
Mod me. Just follow me on Twitter. There, give me a few extra followers. I tweeted
a little self promo, a little shameless self plug.
There you go. Follow me on Twitter. I already tweeted it out. Bully said Hubert Davis always recruits players that's good guys, not edgy guys, maybe besides Wilson, but they're just good guys that I don't really have a dog in them. I mean, I don't know if I feel that way about Caleb Love and RJ Davis. I don't know that I'm running to call them good guys.
I mean, the end of the day, man, like they just went in and they pretty much just got pumped. Like they got abused inside. Ernest Uday literally was destroying them, like lobs every play. Like Malik Renault just absolutely they just got bodied inside. They didn't shoot good percentages. They only shot 10 free throws to Miami's like 23. Shelton Henderson was getting downhill at will. Like they just got absolutely pumped. And that's kind of been the thing with the UNC teams that lose under Hubert, is that when they do lose, it's usually because they got pumped. And that's just the reality of it. And now they put themselves in a position where they were 19-4 with a chance to be on like the 4 seed line. And now they're like going to be struggling, and they're probably going to be like 6. So, I mean, that's just the reality of what you get. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you got to be able to come into that game and not be thinking about the Duke game, and just it's rough.
Connor said, D, is there anything the Boilers can do in your mind to overcome the lack of athleticism, or is the ceiling on this team just what it is what it is? I think March is fluky, Connor, and I think a lot of it just depends on matchups, right? Like I believe everything in sports is matchups, right? Styles make fights. I think Purdue has a style that can win a natty. I think you have to avoid a few teams. Like I think Purdue would love to get Duke. I think Purdue would love to get Iowa State again. I think Purdue would love to get like a Houston, but I think Purdue would hate to get Arizona. I think Purdue would hate to get Michigan. I think they would love to get Gonzaga. I think it's just a styles make fights thing. And the style that Purdue plays can win them a natty. You just got to make sure you avoid a couple teams, or make sure you don't get those teams until Indy. And then at that point, you're 2 games from a natty. Anything can happen on any given night. Seth said, who wins the Big Ten, Dion? I think that's pretty clearly Michigan.
Yeah, especially after Illinois lost again.
Yeah,
like
I think it's over.
That last night pretty much ended it, because the only team in my mind that had a chance was probably Illinois, and 6-man rotation. They lost. They couldn't hit a free throw. I think they kind of blew their chance last night. I mean, they would have had a chance to make the Michigan game be the big swing game for the conference, and it is what it is. What did you think of that Illinois game? Because on one hand, I'm like, all right, like they got so many dudes out, but like on the other hand, it's kind of telling to me that, and I know Brad went to the podium after and was like, I only played 6 because you got to play the guys that have been in the battles. But like, man, the fact that he didn't even try to give like Brandon Lee or like Petrovic meaningful burn is not a good sign for Illinois' depth.
First off, Connor, Andy, I agree. I think Purdue most likely loses the second weekend, if not earlier. But I'm just saying, like, there is a pathway. The pathway I described is impossible for them to get, though, by the way. Like, because they would have to be in 1 seed for that, and they're going to be like a 3 or 4 at best. So, I mean, I think there's a pathway, but I also think the pathway is impossible for them to get the matchups that they need. Yeah, man, I just I said it in our sleepers group chat. I don't think I said it in the Discord, but I might have. Keaton's really gonna struggle in the league. That's not like an NBA star, dude. to be honest with you. Keaton's athleticism, I don't know, man. Like
he takes a lot of tough shots.
There's such a difference. Purdue versus Michigan is going to be huge. 6 days away from me and G being in the building. There's a huge difference between Kingston Flemings and Keaton Wagler to me. I don't even think they're on the same level. I thought Keaton was great last night. He had like 30-some points. But it's just the way he does it. And I think the way triggered you talk bad about Keaton. Seth, I get it. I get why they would be triggered if you talk bad about Keaton. And by the way, I'm not talking bad about Keaton, the college player. I just think the looks he takes, I don't care what you do in college, to be honest with you. The looks you get, the ease of them, the way you make them, to me matters at the next level. And I just think that like Keaton's bound to have some bad games because he is in this position where he has to play like a heliocentric offense that like a top 5, top 10 pick has to. And I don't know that I believe he is with the way I've watched him play the last few games, to be honest with you. And I just think he has the size, but he just doesn't have the athleticism. At the end of the day, right, like there's a reason some of these guys that are low ranked coming out of high school are low ranked coming out of high school. And I think we're seeing why Keaton wasn't like a 5-star. And
yeah,
that's okay.
Someone quoted the tape from the game last night on Twitter, and they kind of explained it perfectly. And they literally said, I don't see, besides the box score, I just don't see it at the next level. And I think that's the perfect way to put it. Like, he gets results. The game just speeds up. He gets results in college, but the game just speeds up so much. Everyone's bigger. Everyone's faster. Like, your length isn't going to matter as much. I mean, to me, he's just kind of like LaMelo Ball without the athleticism.
He's Fred VanVleet to me, but he doesn't have the same like shot Fred had, in my opinion.
I'm just like, I guess like he does have height and everything like that, but I'm just like, if you're gonna have the height, you gotta still move fluid. Like someone like that's 6'6" in the league and is a ball handler is still fluid.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like stuck.
Seth, I want to respond to Seth really quickly just because I'm not trying to ignore you, Seth. We were just on a different topic. I agree that Duke's size is going to cause Purdue way too many issues. I'm just saying, like, you're going to have to play one of the 1 and 2 seeds. I think if you're Purdue, you would prefer to play Duke instead of a Michigan or Arizona or even a UConn. That's all. Like, I don't actually believe Purdue can beat Duke or that Duke doesn't have the matchup like to beat them. It's just like that's the one they would love to get. If they get put in Michigan or Arizona or UConn, even their bracket, I think that's tough. Akil said, rate the 3 prospects: Michael, Flemings, Wagler. Give me Flemings, Michael, Wagler in order.
Yeah. Flemings is definitely. Michael, honestly, like, if he doesn't get the weird injury, I think people just kind of cooled off on him because of that, and then he just drops 45 on state, which is crazy.
Michael's very sick.
Yeah, he's nuts. Dan Dockich, defender in the chat, quickest official way to say you're not a ball knower. Do not tell Carter we have a Dan Dockich defender in the chat.
Connor says, I want UConn. Give me UConn. I think everybody does, but I don't think anybody will once they get them.
Yeah, it's so weird because, like, on paper and like watching, I completely understand wanting UConn, and then you realize you have to play Hurley in March, and you're like, I don't know if I want that.
Pickle Rick, pause. Straight up.
Oh no,
pause.
Yeah, that
get
is
it
pause.
together.
Flemings or A-Cup? Flemings, but it's real close to me.
No, I want A-Cup.
It's really close. They're both very good.
Flemings is more fun, but I think A-Cup plays someone like Ant writes breakdown of the Dockage cardigan MJ. That is an all-time video. I think A-Cup play, and it's weird because A-Cup's winning the least at the college level, but I think A-Cup plays a winning brand of basketball at the NBA level. So if you're discussing who you'd rather have in the league, I'd want Acuff. College, I'd want Flemings. I think the more fun prospect is Flemings. Like, is Flemings wherever Flemings goes, I'd probably buy a Flemings jersey. I don't think I'd buy an Acuff jersey.
Yeah, I mean they're both special. They really are. They're both just so fun to watch. Man, this freshman class is just so fun. It just is. I mean,
Acuff's way better than Wagler.
Acuff is. I mean, I think he had like 30 last night on like 13 of 22. Like, I mean, he's special.
Yeah, I think Acuff might be the best point guard Cal's really ever had. Maybe John Wall, D Rose, and then Acuff. I think he's better than Fox and them for sure.
I mean, he did do the whole Acuff Rose comp thing like the whole offseason. So
I really do like the Marbury comp for Acuff.
Yeah, I see that. He's just. I don't even. It's weird because all these guys are good and they're also different. Like, they all have such different strengths, and it's just, that's what makes it so fun to me, is the contrast.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see how this draft pans out and everything, because like there's going to be a team that gets like, some team's going to end up getting Acuff at like 7, and I'm going to be like, oh my god, there's just no way.
7's probably high for Acuff right now, if I had to guess. I actually don't think this draft is as good as everybody else does. This is what sucks about this is what sucks, because like you want everybody to play in college and you want them to play a million games, but man, I can nitpick them now. And I know everybody's weaknesses at this point. Like a month ago, if Keaton Wagler never plays another game after January 15th, I think Keaton should go top 5. But now in the last month, I can, mine is at Purdue, and I can point to the issues with him. And I can even point to why his issues lended towards him being great against Purdue and Wisconsin, but struggling against Michigan State. I can tell you what's wrong with Cam Boozer and why he won't have the same level of success in the NBA he is in college. I can tell you what's wrong with Kingston and all these guys. I can tell you that I think AJ has some flaws. The one person I don't think has any flaws is, ironically, the one that isn't playing, and it's Darren Peterson. and so I think I do really like this class. I think every time we do this, though, where we say this is the greatest class since blah, 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 that class winds up not living up to the hype. And I think because these guys, normally there's a lot of like European players we don't normally see, or like in that Kuminga draft that we thought was sick. You had all those Ignite players that we never watched, right? We're watching everybody play 30 plus games this time, and I don't think we have to wait. This draft is still going to be good. It's not going to be the best class since X, Y, and Z. I think there's a singular superstar in it in Darren Peterson. I think there's 2 guys in Kingston and AJ that I think could be superstars. There's a few all-stars, and then I think there's just a lot of role players.
It really just depends on what you think a great draft class is. Some people have different definitions. Some people are like, well, if it has X amount of all NBA guys or this, whatever. I just wish that we would just enjoy, people would just enjoy the class and don't comp it. 5 years from now, we can comp it.
Yeah.
There's no point in doing it now. We don't it's just, at the end of the day, you can watch dudes and you can see how they play and you can be like, oh my God, this guy's going to do this or that. But these kids most of them are 18, 19 years old. Who really knows what the heck's going to happen when they get to the next level?
Right.
Also, this chat is just is completely unhinged right now.
Joe Sheehan said, what is Wagler's issues for NBA? It's athleticism and handle. I don't think he has the cleanest of handles. And I don't think he's like the most. Well, I know he's not the most athletic guy in the world. And I think that's going to cause him issues at the next level, especially if he's going to try to play point.
Yeah.
If you send him out on the 2, I like it a little bit more. We'll see. Max at First Ever Morning Show. What is this? It's basically just from 7 to about 7:30, 7:45. Just come on here, shoot the shit, while we wait for the videos to get posted. That way you guys have an extra piece of content in between the podcast and some of the shorts and recaps getting up on the channel.
Dude, you might have to screenshot this Principia chat and send it to Ant.
Nah. It's the Boiler Morning After Show, Max. Honestly, low key. We will definitely it is a big Purdue show. Y'all don't force us to talk about Purdue, Connor. I wanted to do that since last night.
Well, I mean, the other thing is too, like Purdue fans get the right for this to be the Boiler Morning After Show because they show up and get active in the chat. If you want your team talked about, show up and get active in the chat. It's that simple.
Morning show is where logic meets insanity. That's honestly just a good way to describe me in general.
All right, boys, we have a breaking moment. The Purdue recap has officially hit my inbox, which means that the results are about to be in. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be, all right. So before we even get to the time results, I'm going to download it. And the download is 530 megabytes. So that means we're looking at a pretty long video here. All right, Connor's locking in. I can't believe Logdad is hitting 3 hours. That might be the funniest thing ever.
Go Blue, please send us the Big Ten regular season championship already. Thanks. Facts.
All right. Okay. I want to say Rick was the closest. It is 1 hour and 21 minutes long, Purdue fans. So you're getting a solid one. Wow, purple fedora literally about just nailed it right before I said that. 80 minutes.
That is Greg doing Illinois recap. He is. It's just the Michigan State stuff he's not doing, and it was just a coincidence that Illinois was playing Michigan State right when he decided that. That's all. It had nothing to it had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, and also like just to speak to that whole thing, like it's just there's some Michigan State fans that are like in the chat talking about like where's Greg, whatever, like maybe don't personally attack someone and they probably still cover your team. It's pretty simple.
Pickle Rick, I did not ask you to screenshot that to Ant, by the way.
No, I was just being funny because Dion and Ant are boys, and that comment was hilarious.
That's my dog, Pickle Rick. I was 100% going to ignore any Ant slander or anything on here.
Yeah, Dion and Ant are dogs. Oh, man, you just know it's going to be a special day when the first recap is an hour and 20 minutes. Like, that's how we know that this is going to be a special day for the channel. Also,
up to you, Pickle Rick. You ain't got to delete it, bro. I was just saying, I definitely didn't ask for that.
Dude, this guy's the biggest. This guy's in here just absolutely cooking. He's just in here trying to. He's rage baiting the whole squad.
Is that Quinn?
Also, didn't know we had
let us getting Card involved is crazy. But I do gotta let Card know that happened. Hold on, let me screenshot that.
Also, elite username in the chat that I just saw at Bitcoin is Freedom 5265. I mean, just some elite stuff going on in the chat today. I still think Luxury Lettuce might be my favorite name ever.
I like Luxury Lettuce. He's funny.
Yeah. It's a good name. Do you ever like think about we haven't even announced everything yet, but like as some of these future opportunities arise for sleepers that are going to be happening.
What do you mean?
Like some of the things that we have planned from a content perspective that involve like, maybe meeting some people in person and stuff. Like, how do you imagine it goes if like Luxury Lettuce comes up to you because they're at an in-person thing and they're like, yo, bro, I'm Luxury Lettuce. Like, do you ever just wonder what like some of these people are like in person? Because I do all the time. I'm like, I would love to know what some of these people are like in person.
I mean, hopefully I get to meet a couple of the Purdue fans next week. That'd be sick. I can't honestly say I think about it too much, if I'm being completely honest. I'm pretty tunnel vision, to be honest. So it's like all I really think about is like, okay, we got morning after today. Here's the games I want to watch tonight. Do I have to record any of them to watch them later? And I probably won't really think about some of the I know I'm going to the opportunities if they are presented to us, but like in terms of like what happens when we're there, I probably won't think too much about it until I'm on the plane. That's just the way I am, though.
No, I mean, not even necessarily thinking about it, just like putting a face to a name type of thing.
No, that's what I mean. Like I'm not trying to like be rude or anything. It's just I probably won't think about like I'm not gonna think about meeting Pickle Rick until like I'm at Harry's and it's like, oh, I wonder, Pickle Rick said he's gonna pull up to Harry's, right? Like I'm not gonna think about it until like we're there type of thing. That's just the way I am though. Like I remember I was really juiced to meet like all y'all at the Final Four, but I don't think it really hit home that I was about to until like I was getting off the plane.
I guess like, yeah, I guess that's different too, because like you talk to us every day. Also, Chris, if you must know, I don't have Tourette's. I have chronic motor tics. So hold. Same thing. It's Tourette's without a vocal stem, essentially, which is why I do that so much. So
I'm gonna be honest, Max, I don't know what's going on with your last two messages, but I do rock with you, bro. Luxury Lettuce to pull up the EL and name the spot. I'll probably try to get to East Lansing next year.
I wonder how many of these people like live near the campuses. Like I know Rick lives close to Purdue.
Yeah, he lives in West Lafayette, he was saying.
Like I wonder
Coy might too, because Coy was saying he could pick me up from the airport if I needed a ride.
Yeah, see, that's it. Just imagine you laying in the airport and you're just riding with a chat.
Max, or not Max, who said Log Dad asked if I'm going to the Purdue game next week. Yeah, I'm going to Purdue, Michigan with G next week.
Yeah. Lansing. I thought that's East Lansing, but it's spelled like Lance. Instead of the S, he spelled it with a lance, like a medieval lance.
I'm not actually excited for that game, Connor said. I think it could be really fun. I also think it could be so disappointing. Like I think that one could get away from Purdue pretty quickly.
Also, I think that biggest thing, Blake said it in the chat, biggest obstacle for sleepers to overcome is calling it Lafayette. Is it Lafayette or Lafayette? Because I've heard both. I obviously say Lafayette, but everyone's in the chat like, no, it's Lafayette.
Couldn't tell you. Gonna be honest. Whatever they want it called, I'm gonna keep rocking with what I've been saying.
Everyone knows that if there's one thing about sleepers, there's going to be mispronunciations, and do not expect Dion and Cart to do geography things on the channel.
Daryl said, I like your intake on things the most. I love the Michigan guys that be on here, but they play around too much. You talking to JK with that one, Daryl? Because I feel like I'm a Michigan guy.
Nah, I feel like the Michigan guys are pretty much always are just considered Cart and Greg, but I don't know.
Nah, no, I was joking. Picklebrick said Dion respects us and at least cracks his door. Cracks the door for what?
I think he's like alluding to my doors being closed. The one that's like over here is my closet. The one that's over here leads to the hallway.
This is my Braden was fine. Someone just tagged me. Oh no, you appreciate you, Daryl. Appreciate that, brother. Boom Fizzle just sent me a Discord or not message. He added me in the Discord, said Braden was fine. He was fine. Yeah, I thought Braden was fine last night. I thought he was fine. He was fine. Like, I mean, he was, 5-15. We can't be blown away. We can't be blown away by that performance. Best point guard in the country.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, like, that's what makes him the best point guard in the country, is that on that bad shooting night, he pitched in double-digit assists, pitched in 8 rebounds, did other stuff, did the little stuff. That's how it goes, man. You're always going to have bad shooting nights. It's how you impact the game on a bad shooting night that defines how good of a player you are. Yeah, it's just how it goes.
Yeah, you can't be the best point guard in the country, go 5-15 and be like, yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah. You just got to make sure that, like, you're still impacting other things. North Carolina didn't look so good when the refs were actually calling fouls. Yeah, I think that was definitely a little bit of a correction. 23-10 free throw differential, but at the end of the day, like, you can't say anything because it's impossible to go a half of basketball and only foul one time. So, I mean, it's just a home whistle. You got to take it. They were on the road. Daryl Young, I'm a big Wolverines fan. Go Blue. Have you worked at all, Jay? Yes, it's actually literally it's just processing right now. It's uploaded into YouTube. It's just processing. That's why when you guys hear my mouse clicking, that's what I'm doing 9 times out of 10 is posting a recap or doing whatever. So it should be up literally in like a minute.
Well, it is about that time. We should probably end it. That way you can get to work. I kind of want to go watch the recap, if I'm being honest, too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a special recap. I'm very curious to see. Do you just are you like a big put it on in the background while you do like other work type of guy?
I got a lot of work I got to get done in the next hour, so I'll probably have it on while I'm getting it done, and then I got to around 9. I got to start driving into work, so I probably won't get through it, to be honest, till tonight, which also means I might not circle back to it because there'll be like a million other videos to watch by then too.
Oh, dude, there's going to be so many. But yeah, that was the elite episode of the morning after. Went a little long because crazy Purdue game. Obviously back on Thursday. Hopefully you guys will be this active tomorrow because we're going to need it. I don't think there's as many games tonight. There's a couple, but yeah, good long day. Purdue recap is up on the channel officially. So everyone in the chat, go check it out. Be the first viewer. And yeah, it's going to be a loaded day, man. Hope everyone has a good rest of the week, and we'll see you guys then.